I can't change that setting at this time. Can you just use a mouse cursor?
I will do our best. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it. We will go slow and we'll just continue talking.
Perfect, thank you.
Do you see the cursor now?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, good morning. This is Alex McBath, the Operations Chief for Team 5 with management of the Monument Fire and the Knob from the Six Rivers. So what I'm going to do is walk you around the Knob Fire to start with, just real quick. The Knob Fire, which started just south of Willow Creek, it burnt south and west of Highway 299 from Willow Creek down to the South Fork Road. That fire is in really good shape. We have line around the entire fire, and we're doing mop-up during the day and patrol during the night on that fire. So that fire is looking really well. Evacs and warnings on that fire that concern Trinity County are looking really well. We've been working with the sheriff on those. So those included South Fork Road, which is just on the Trinity County side, and then Salyer Hawkins Bar. So that fire's looking really good, winding down. Don't see any further stress to Trinity County from that particular fire. All right. There we go. Okay, I'm going to start down on the monument here in Crowell Bottoms. So Crowell Bottoms is just west of Big Bar, the 1647 road north of Hind Palm and Hayfork. We've had that in patrol status for quite a while now. That's holding real good. We don't foresee any issues or concerns from the 16 road, 47 road, north on the 60 road to Burnt Ranch. That's all looking really good. When we come out of Burnt Ranch and we start heading up the New River, along the New River and the canyon there before you get up to Hoboken, that's all looking real good. We haven't had any issues. They had a spot about 2 weeks ago in there that they picked up, and since then that has all been mopped up. The activity right now is on the Big Mountain, Big Creek side. The fire is flanking on the west slope, heading up to Big Mountain, and it's been moving along in there for multiple days. It is currently flanking right along the New River, and we have resources down monitoring that fire activity. Due to the proximity to the old river complex fire scar, the fuels and a lot of the oomph in that fire is taken out, but we still have quite a bit of worry that it will jump the New River. Right now it hasn't done that. We have done structure prep up the New River, Hoboken, Daly, Denny, all those residents, and working up towards Jam Jam on the east fork of the Trinity to the north right now with opening up access routes. So the plan on that side is to continue monitoring that fire, letting it back down to the New River, and just kind of following that along. It's moved approximately about 2 miles in the last 30 days to the north, so the progress has been really, really slow in there, and not threatening any infrastructure up in the wilderness. All right, I'm going to move on along. The north side of the whole fire is checked up from the west side of Big French Creek back over to Big Mountain in the old fire scar, and it hasn't moved in probably 14, 15 days. There is heat in there. It has the potential to do some backing in there, but no real issues. Moving on into Big French Creek and Limestone Ridge. There is a lot of fire activity up in there. That's the highest part of the Alps, and it's definitely burning in that wind scour out up there. We predict that's going to continue to move to the north. Moving down in the North Fork, as you can see, the fire is kind of checked along the North Fork, moving from Hellier to the north. Last night, during the red flag, it spotted across the North Fork, fairly high, above the Waldorf Trail area. And then from there, it spotted down into the East Fork on the west slope. That is concerning, but it's far enough to the north that if it should move more to the north and to the east, it's going to come up into the top of the ridge escarpment there on the Canyon Creek to the west. And so that we have resources in there, taking a look at that today and seeing if they can bring that back down into the East Fork Road, so there'll be more to come in there. East Fork is under mandatory order for evacuation, and then Canyon Creek's in a warning currently. All right, moving over to the Junction City area. That area's been cold for some number of days, and we don't see any change in that.
Hold on just a second, I'll need to move the map up. Okay, let me know when you can see the, can you see it on your screen now?
Yes.
All right, let me just, there we go.
Okay, so moving along on the south end, CAL FIRE had their CAL FIRE Team 5 on this for the last couple of weeks. They went out of Unified just a few days ago, but that whole south end's holding along the perimeter that they established. There's still some heat interior, and they do have resources down in what we're calling Branch 30, Division R&R, Romeo. Moving on into Division Whiskey. So down in Division Whiskey along the Hind Palm Road, the fire is pretty much checked north of the Hind Palm Road all the way down to Bar 717, with the exception of around 9 Mile Bridge where the fire came across into a big horseshoe in there. It is established. It's burning in Rush Creek. It's burning in Judd Creek. And it did cross yesterday into Drinkwater, which is down just to the kind of the west of Hayfork there. So we've had resources working in coordination with CAL FIRE to our #1 priority, which is the life and safety and structural protection within the Hayfork community there, specifically Drinkwater right now, but also along the south side of Hind Palm Road. And there was some stuff that was up on the north side that we're keeping an eye on. Concerns for that right now is the continued movement to the south and to the east. Our plan is to defend Hayfork, to stop the spread to the east, and then start perimeter control around the south end of that spot fire, or slop over. We have established control lines in there, which include, if you run kind of east and west or northeast southwest, is Butter Creek, the Tin Road, and then we've also some interior roads we've also prepped to be able to deal with the slop. And then as this fire comes off the hill here down around Halfway Ridge, we don't. Just the fire weather and what we're seeing, we don't have, or we suspect that will have control issues down in Hind Palm Creek as the 9 Mile Bridge did. So we're down. We have resources down in there. There is fire all the way from Pattison Ridge down the Pattison Ridge Trail, back down the hand line into basically the confluence of West Miners Fork and Miners Creek. And that's to protect Bar 717 and western movement towards Hind Palm. The Tin Road currently is open, Forest Service Tin Road. Hind Palm Road is closed, and the 60 Road heading out of Hind Palm over to Burnt Ranch is, we got authorization from the forest to utilize that, residents only, but they can utilize that road for egress and access, residents only. The only other thing I guess I wanted to bring up is that there are multiple evacuations and warnings down in Hayfork from Highway 3 West. And then a little bit about the river complex to our north. The river complex, the river complex and the Monument Fire have been working together and coordinating what the land between the two fires looks like. So that is happening. With that, I think I'll turn it back over to you, Rick.
All right, Ed or anybody else in the room there, is there anything else that we can assist you with this morning?
If there's any questions from the board, now would be the time, I believe.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
It's Steve. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, Keith.
Okay. All right, so the river complex just blew up last night. Coffee Creek's in real trouble. We're in a massive evacuation. We don't have enough structure protection going on right now. So I'm going to have to jump off at 9:30 for the cooperators meeting. Richard, I still need the...
I sent it to you. Keith, I sent it to you just now.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Yep, no problem.
And I'll be off for like half an hour and then I'll be back on. Thank you guys.
We are planning to recess for that meeting as well.
Okay, great, thanks.
All right, any additional questions?
Any other further questions for operations?
I think we're all set, Rick. Thank you very much. Thank you, Alex.
All right, then. Thank you, guys. We're going to go ahead and leave the meeting then.
Okay. Is that it for the fire update then? All right.
Yes, it is on our side,
Okay.
unless there are any other questions.
No, I was just checking with the members here in the room.
Yeah.
All right. Then we can move on.
Jeremy, I hate to be a pain. Emma, you need to send it to my business email because so that's alpensellers@tds.net.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks.
All right, we'll go into public comment now. This time is for information from the public on matters not appearing on this agenda or within the consent calendar. All comments are limited to 3 minutes and must pertain to matters within the jurisdiction of this board. When addressing the board, please state your name for the record and address the board as a whole through the chair. No action or discussion will be conducted on matters not listed on the agenda. However, the chair may refer the subject matter to the appropriate department for follow-up or schedule the matter on subsequent board agenda. Go ahead, John.
Good morning, supervisors. John Brower from Junction City. And this is a morning of emergencies. And unfortunately, we've got some failures facing us in Trinity County. We have, a long-term failure of Forest Service to manage their fuels and their lands around our communities, the ridge tops. And, we have these big unstoppable events every year. And a lot of that is beyond their control, but they have failed to protect our communities and their land. And what I really want to talk about is the failure of Trinity County to operate this cannabis program. And, you've heard me come and speak to these matters for years now, since the very beginning. And the CEQA matter has been a frequent topic of conversation and sometimes some action from the county. And yesterday we had the vast majority of our cannabis licensees that have been able to survive all the twists and turns and challenges of licensure. Over 800 applicants, around 200 survivors at this point, a handful of suicides from program participants. And those licenses expired yesterday. The emergency extensions expired, and the county has failed them. Several hundred small family businesses, mostly, that have given everything into the program and put faith in the county to do their job. So this is beyond beyond a disappointment. This is a failure. And I expect the county to step up and do their job. It's been going on for years. It's not a surprise. We would love to hear a plan. We would love to see some action. We would love to see this taken seriously. This is serious. It's the largest employer in the county. Poorest county in the state. It's the very single largest employer. Hands down. So, I've asked for leadership. I've asked for cooperation. I've asked for compromise. Now it's time to do your job. Everyone here, do your job, please.
Thanks for your comments. Is there anyone else on the board that wishes to make public comment?
Hello, board. My name is Ilya. I'm from Junction City. I wanted to kind of say that I don't feel the protection from the county anymore as a license holder, as a participant of the program since 2017. I don't feel protection by the law, from the law, and I think that the board needs to, it's my personal opinion, I don't want to make any enemies of course, but I think that the board needs to step up, give the very clear directions to the Planning Commission to finish the CEQA, to work with the consultants, because this county is going to get bankrupt. Just our fees, the ones which we're paying every year, we don't even need to consider those. Look at the building permits, any other permits, the water diversion permits. I mean, it goes to the state, but you kind of get my point. This is a very serious situation. As I see it, some people don't realize it because it's been happening too many times, and I feel that a lot of people in the cannabis community, they're overheated because every year there's something new coming up. CEQA, then I'm a little nervous, but I hope you guys understand my point. And that's it. Thank you.
Thanks for your comments.
Good morning, Deidre Brower. I run Trinity River Consulting. We primarily focus on getting cannabis farmers licensed. One of the reasons that the county decided to have a legal cannabis program was because the environmental concerns really needed to be addressed. And they are with legalization, and the entire community has benefited from legalization. There's been a tremendous benefit in monies received. All those monies have gone to code enforcement, which have helped the entire county. Environment has been cleaned up a lot. There's still work to do, but we're in the right direction. There's a lot of good jobs. I employ several people. There's other consultants. The farms are employing people. They're paying taxes. All that's going to go away. And you know, I'm begging for your help. These people continue to jump through the hoops that are asked of them. The goalpost keeps moving, and they keep going. A lot of people here, you're small business owners, can you not earn for a couple years, 1, 3 years, keep paying your fees, you know, keep paying all your licenses so that all this other stuff can happen but you can't operate? It's unreasonable. And I'm not sure if it's lacking will or what it is. I understand it is a giant beast to be tackled, but I'm begging for your help on this one. Thank you.
Thanks for your comments.
Good morning. My name is Mish Ivanov from Lewiston. I don't normally come to the Board of Supervisor meetings, but this time I really had to express my frustration with the board and inaction from our local government. There are a lot of people who are super upset about what is going on with the cannabis program. Specifically, people are upset about the legal ambiguity in the program, lack of action on CEQA, and lack of proactive approach from board to defend the local growers' interests in the cannabis program as a whole. One example of the gross carelessness is the budgeting for $1 million traffic light that may not be totally necessary, and not budgeting for hiring professionals to complete the CEQA compliance process. Please do something and finally get your act together and start representing the interests of the people who have elected you. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments.
Chair, I believe that if we're going to attend the fire briefing meeting, we should recess now and resume public comment.
Okay, so at 9:30.
Do you want to say something?
Unfortunately, we have another meeting at 9:30, which is in 2 minutes. We have to join that meeting. As soon as we get back,
Okay.
we will take more public comment. I'm sorry for the delay.
Emma, this is Keith. Nothing's come through, so,
Yes, we're fighting an IT issue. I'm so sorry.
okay. Like, do you have access to it there, or you can just read it off to me?
Yes, so you call in the same number.
I got that.
Okay.
I've got the passcode, I just need the meeting code.
Okay, are you ready?
Yep.
852 7592 0302.
852-759-0302.
Yep,
Thank you.
yep.
What time are we coming back, do we know?
Approximately 11.
Okay, thank you.